this day, young men and women choose to raise their right hand and swear an oath to something greater than themselves.
Yeah, buddy. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Ryan. I'm a former Royal Marines Commando, and we're going to be reacting to the 248th Marine Corps birthday message video. So happy birthday to the US Marines. It was the Royal Marines Corps birthday not so long ago, 28th of October, 1664. So we both can celebrate really. But yeah, going to react to this, guys, wherever you are in the world. Thank you for listening and stopping by. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, troops. Let's get it. Wow.
I was gonna die with my boots on.
Wow, that's an introduction. 248th Marine Corps birthday message. Let's get it. That's giving me goosebumps, man.
Combat is ugly.
You see, I don't like this. Hey, you wanna go to a flashlight?
Oh, this is the video. This video is from ages ago. I'm sure it was Afghanistan. I remember watching this. I can't remember if I was already in the Royal Marines or if it was just before, but I remember watching this thinking, wow, this is scary but badass at the same time. These guys are clearing a building and there's enemy insurgents literally below them.
How you know? He was laying. Because he was laying right there. He's not there no more. He was laying up. I shot him like 5 times when I came back.
If you think combat is great, then you haven't been there.
General Bootman.
So we were taking fire all day long. Lieutenant Calvin bent over to grab his radio. A tracer round came through the left armhole of his flak jacket and out the right armhole. It just barely penetrated the skin.
Man.
Crazy thing was that when he was a young enlisted Marine, he got a tattoo on his back that said Marine, and the tracer underlined the word Marine.
That is so
That's
cool.
the kind of story that people won't believe unless you show it to them.
That is awesome.
Shot a few times and blown up and stabbed.
Dangerous as hell, man.
My life to Navy corpsmen. Those are unsung heroes.
Wow, 3-time Purple Heart recipient. Thank you for your service, William McDowell.
When you're in a battle and you're wounded, but you know you can still pull a trigger, the thing that keeps you going is the man to your left and the man to your right.
We say the exact same thing in the Royal Marines. It's funny this because whenever I meet someone who I suspect is a Royal Marine, I'm normally right. We have that same way about us. These guys here, you can tell the US Marines. I don't know what it is. If it's synonymous with all Marines across the globe, but there's something about Marines which you can tell. I can anyway. I can just tell that these guys have been there and done it.
Since its birth, the Marine Corps has sought to find those exceptional individuals who embody the qualities of toughness.
That's the Crucible, right?
Honor, courage, and commitment. Qualities required of a professional warfighting force that is not only capable, but willing to do the hard things on behalf of the nation.
Victory in every climb and place does not happen by chance. From the unforgiving jungles of the South Pacific, to the snow-covered mountains of Korea, to the bloody streets of Hue and Fallujah, Marines have prevailed because they had moral courage.
This is the thing. People think Marines think ocean automatically. Trust me, guys, when it comes to global operations, Marines seem to be getting, pushed at every angle, go and fight these combat missions, no matter where they are, whether it's, rain, hail, or snow, they'll be there. So don't be fooled in thinking that Marines can only operate via boats and stuff. It's quite the contrary, guys. You'll see them obviously smashing it up in Afghanistan, Iraq, and on boats as well in the Pacific. Like you say, these individuals are so capable. And that's what a Marine's about. That's what a Marine is to me. That's what my own identity, that's what I identify as a Marine, being able to, go where people can't, effectively, all right? And we thrive in these situations. We don't survive, we thrive. That's the difference with a Marine.
Steel backbones and a ruthless commitment to a tradition of excellence.
And with preparation comes confidence. The more prepared you are, the more you rehearse,
Colonel
the more you
Eddie Ray,
drill,
Navy Cross.
the more confident you get. And so we're ready to go.
He looks tough as
The Marine
tough as
standard
nails.
is the only standard, and discipline is the currency of our Corps. This is the bedrock of our ethos, and what makes us unique from any other fighting force in the world.
Has to be agreed.
Discipline and being lethal, I see it every single day, from the fire team to the squad to the platoon level, when the Marines are running up recon, running through the load trail, going to the dojo, making themselves more lethal and fit, and that directly correlates.
That is 29 Palms, has to be. I've been on them dunes before, and they're bloody horrendous, I can tell you.
When we go do, ranges 400 or do a company cliff assault, that's only going to continue to bleed
Kill
on
house.
when they go overseas and take care of business.
Today, we continue to prepare for the next fight, and while the faces, weapons, and formations are new, the fighting spirit of the individual Marine has never changed. When the nation calls and the orders given to send in the Marines, every friend and every foe understands that help or destruction is on the way.
Absolutely, and there's one thing that I want to make quite clear, guys. There's a lot of rhetoric about, not just the US Marine Corps going woke, but that rhetoric across the globe about our troops becoming softer. Now, I don't care what you say, with every generation of new guy coming through, the generation before always thought they were tougher. When I went in 2005, the generation before me was, the Kosovo veterans and just starting to be the Iraqi veterans, okay? And then when I went in the second time, we had all the Afghan guys coming through. And I noticed it had changed. Yeah, it was different. And for whatever you lose in terms of toughness, there seems to be something else that they put into the picture to make that situation of training so much harder. So I don't believe this rhetoric about every soldier being woke now, or the military being woke and all of that. Yes, they might be soft in some areas, but in other areas, there's more technology that they've implemented. So you've got to be smart to use it. The old guys can't use the kit now, all right? No offense, they haven't got the IQ. And that's just the way it is, okay? So with respect to all of the previous generations of Marines, the best generation is always the current one, because they have to adapt to current situations across the globe. The technological advancements within the military right now is phenomenal. So I want to stop this hate that people are putting on the military, especially the US Marines. It needs to stop. They're a formidable fighting force. They always will be. That's the ethos. That's what the Marines are. Things might have changed, granted, to adapt to the modern day world, but they're still US Marines. They're still phenomenal at what they do. Let's stop shitting on the military at current. I'm sick of it, guys.
Right now, we have more capabilities than we ever had in the past, from weapon systems, platforms, and technology, to able to be lighter and faster and more lethal.
Light, ready to fight.
As Marines, we do not decide when the next fight will come, but we do decide who wins.
Yes.
The Marines who came before have paved the way. They prevailed against all odds, in the face of unimaginable hardship, and yet they kept their humanity.
Absolutely.
They kept their honor clean.
The character of war will change. The battlefield will evolve, and the equipment will modernize.
That's what we're talking about, guys. We've been talking about this. It's hard now. It's hard for many different reasons.
But the warrior ethos of our Corps stands firm. We do not simply say that we're first to fight. We work hard every day to prove it.
To our adversaries, I would say, if you see that U.S. Marines and you see that MARPAD, I would say you better stand by. Because if you don't think these Marines are working every single day to better their craft and skills, you got another thing coming.
Absolutely.
Because these Marines aren't going to stop until the mission is accomplished and you're destroyed.
I agree. I've got goosebumps listening to that, honestly.
It's funny when you're a Lance Corporal and you got combat action, Navy unit commendation, Marine Corps Expeditionary Medal, and a Sea Service, and they look at you like, where have you been? Nowhere. I just went where the Marine Corps sent me.
We are people who are dedicated to the service to others. If there's somebody that's in trouble, a Marine is not going to turn and walk away. They're going to do whatever's necessary, to the point of giving their life.
Well, I've seen them names,
Admiral
man.
Chester Nimitz said about Iwo Jima, uncommon valor was a common virtue. The stories I hear at reunions should be on Silver Star citations.
The Marine Corps history is very important, and I'm glad that it's still being taught. I'm glad that my fellow Marines that didn't come back are being remembered, are being discussed in squad base till this day.
Corps history. Big thing, man. That's getting me emotional watching that little bit there. It reminds me of when I was in training and they hammered it home about, you know, the fallen that came before us. In fact, we went to Normandy, the D-Day landing sites. And what a humbling experience that was. It made me proud and made me more willing and eager to pass that course to get my Green Beret. Granted, when I joined, things were cooling off in Afghanistan. There wasn't that much to kind of prove yourself in that regard, but I could prove myself by passing the course, and I tried my best, and I did that, guys. I think the history of the United States Marine Corps, the reason it kind of resonates with me is because as a Royal Marine, we work very closely with the US Marines. We have exchanges on all of the time, so we rub shoulders with you guys an awful lot, and you guys rub shoulders with us. And now that I'm outside, I definitely look at your history as my history as well. You know, once a Marine, always a Marine. And I believe, although we don't share the same uniform, we do share very, very similar ethoses. And that's why I respect you guys an awful lot. And yeah, your history feels like my history, if that makes sense. And that's why I respect it.
Marines are tough. I think there's something about a young man or young woman who comes into the Marine Corps that they perhaps were born with and didn't even know it.
Yeah.
You can do it. You can do it all. You are capable more than you think, and there are so many people in the Marine Corps who want to enable that. You're now fighting for your brothers and sisters.
What was common then, and from what I can tell, what's common now is the camaraderie. You watch my back, I'll watch your back. Don't want to let people down on either side of you.
There's no better thing than camaraderie and talking through it and sharing certain pieces with individuals, because it creates a bond that is unbreakable.
Everybody wants to be a champion. Everybody really wants to be part of the best.
Marines, you are the strength of our Corps, and your actions determine the fate of millions of future warriors and their ability to stand on your shoulders. I know that you're ready.
As we come together to celebrate our 248th birthday, I encourage every Marine to reflect on our history and think about the moment when you ask yourself, do I have what it takes? You are on the journey that few have dared to begin.
Take pride in what you represent. You are the pinnacle of professional warriors and the model for others to follow. Sergeant Major Ruiz and I are proud to stand among you, and we'll be with you every step of the way. Happy birthday, Marines, and Semper Fidelis.
We're Marines till we die. And we require 2-week notice for that.
Whoa. I don't know why I'm getting emotional at that, man. Honestly, I don't know why I'm getting emotional at that. That's weird. Oh, that was a great video, man. 248th Marine Corps message. I think I need a break after this. This is that was I don't know. I'm proud. I'm not a US Marine. I'm a Royal Marine. I'm proud. I'm proud to be one. I'm proud to be a Marine. I really, really am. Yeah. Makes you proud, man. That video, first class. First class.